Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Eli Marcus!
In ancient times of old, special mitzvah we are told, would unite us all with love, our hearts to Hashem above. From so far, from so near, you didn't journey to get there. Jubilation in the air, Hakel year is here. Fathers, ladies, mothers, babies, boys and girls, and men and ladies, all with shine, joy and pride, united side by side. From the square streets of Philly to the Mikdash Shal of Philly, great one here, the Torah we hold dear. Hey, let's go together as one we stand. Our King unites us hand in hand. With the Torah we are whole, we are one heart and soul. Hey, let's go. And it's hot there, we be there, we'll listen and we'll learn and fear. We'll take the heart from them, we'll never part. Come on, feet up, put your hands together. Come on. And with love, we call and love the King. From the Torah he did read. Matan Torah once again. I said and Ishma just like then. Filled with faith and new. Each one knew what he must do. Hey, Haki Yidal, be keep the Torah's ways with me. Just like they, we also say, Hakel we will keep today. We'll learn each day, light up our way, do mitzvahs every day. With all our might, we'll do what's right. We must fill the world with light through hard as work. We'll keep our guard, the Torah is our God. We hey, let's go to the Mikdash in our soul. We'll bring each thought, each deed, each word and deed. Hashem is our King, His word will heed. We know we will succeed. Hey, let's go. All Yidden, we must unite. Each spark we see, we must ignite. Gather the whole world as one. Hakei leso. Take a look around at this Hakel here so grand. From countries we have come, we've gathered Hakei leso. Just in as ancient days, united here we stand today. Chidon Hamitzvos brought us here, we know to listen and to fear. Torah learning, keep us yearning, for the day we'll be returning to our land. Once again, our Melech will come and our hearts ablaze, our souls on fire. Hakei, each day to inspire. When we're one, the job is done, Mashiach, he will come. Hey, let's go. Rebbe, our mission's clear, we're soldiers and your words we hear. Hakel the whole world today, Mashiach's on his way. Hey, let's go. We'll proudly joining hand in hand, in a Beis HaMikdash we will stand. But Hadash our King will say we're ready now today. Maybe it's up, Kibatzim miyarki seyores, ayini baby yesol meyesofon. Kibatzim miyarki seyores, ayibon ibe. Hakei leso. Anoshim ve'ata B'geilcho Hashem v'shorecho Hakei leso Anoshim ve'ata B'geilcho Hashem v'shorecho Le'ma'an yishmeru U'le'ma'an yilmedu Le'ma'an yishmeru U'le'ma'an yilmedu V'yoru es Hashem So divided
Welcome to the International Chidon Sefer Hamitzvos Championships. Shenas Hakel, Tafshin Ein Vav.
From Australia, Cheder Chabad Sydney. From Brazil, My Shliach Koratiba. From England, Lubavitch Boys School, London, My Shliach Manchester. From Canada, Cheder Chabad Toronto, Yeshiva Tomchei Tamim in Montreal, My Shliach British Columbia, Vancouver and Victoria. From California, Cheder Menachem Los Angeles. From Connecticut, Chassidus Club New Haven. From Florida, Lubavitch Educational Center Miami. From Illinois, Cheder Lubavitch Chicago. From Iowa, Ole Menachem Postville. From Maryland, Cheder Chabad Baltimore. From New Jersey, Cheder Menachem New Jersey. From New York, Anash Kinder Worldwide, Cheder at the Ohel. Cheder Chabad Monsey, Lubavitch Yeshiva Crown Heights, Maimonides Day School Albany, Ali Torah Crown Heights. From Oregon, Maimonides Day School Portland. From Pennsylvania, Cheder Chabad Philadelphia. Cheder Menachem Wilkes-Barre, Yeshiva Schools Pittsburgh. From Texas, Torah Day School Houston. From Washington, Cheder Menachem Mendel Seattle. From My Shliach, from Birmingham, Alabama, Calgary, Alberta, Tempe, Arizona, Estrosa and Fresno, California, Boulder, Colorado, Weston, Florida, Boise, Idaho, Champaign, Illinois, Boston, Massachusetts, Detroit, Michigan, Cleveland, Ohio, Hillsboro, Oregon, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Burlington, Vermont. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for the entire world!
Many months ago, hundreds of Chayalim around the world began to learn the 613 mitzvahs. They studied all day. They studied while they ate, while they played, and even while they slept. After a series of testing, the final contestants were chosen. These elite Chayalim left their homes and set on a journey to Tzivos Hashem headquarters for the Great Chidon Challenge. On Thursday, the finalists took their last qualifying tests. Their marks on that test will determine the winners of Chidon 5776. The winner will be announced at the end of today's event. Let's begin with our warmest welcome to the Vice Chairman of Merkos Linyonei Chinuch, the person responsible for the entire Yechudis curriculum, Rabbi Moshe Kotlarski.
I'd like to begin by invoking the memory of a very special couple in whose memory the Yehadus curriculum was created. Began with Mrs. Sarah Bas Rabbi Kusil Yehuda, and was later made in memory of her husband also, Rabbi Shmuel, Rabbi Yeshua Eliyahu Rohr, by the son, Rabbi Kusil Yehuda, also known as George Rohr. May the Almighty grant him that he be granted success in everything that he does, and sees tremendous nachas from all that he is doing for the expansion of all of the Rebbe's work around the world. I'm going to begin today by announcing a new award. Everybody today on stage is competing for the gold, the silver, the bronze. Today we announce a new award whose winner will be announced now, and that is the Diamond Award. And the winner of the Diamond Award is all 292 Talmidim that have participated and the thousands of Talmidim around the world, Chayoli and Sivas Hashem, that have taken of their time during the year to learn the Sefer Hamitzvos. Because why do you deserve the Diamond Award? Because by learning the Sefer Hamitzvos, it is the highest level of his kashrus, of dedication and doing what the Rebbe wants. Because this was a takana, a decree that the Rebbe made to learn 3 prakim Rambam a day for those that count, 1 perik Rambam, but for children and chayolim and Tzivos Hashem to learn Sefer HaMitzvos. So for your learning is something that no one can take away. Whether you are here and you made it to the Shabbaton in New York, whether you are a finalist and you'll be on stage, or you are going to be watching this in the city where you are the diamond winner, because no one could take away from you that which you learned and that which you have done to show that you are mekusher to the Rebbe. We will begin by seeing words from the Rebbe himself. Please give your attention to the screen for a sikha from the Rebbe.
In 1984, the Rebbe instituted a formal study schedule of Maimonides' great work, the Mishnah Torah. In this talk, marking the first completion of the study of Mishnah Torah, the Rebbe discusses Maimonides' greatness and his place in Jewish history.
Wo dort geschrieben, als mir Meshe ad Meshe von Meshe Rabbeinu ben Amram bis Meshe ben Maimon Asfardi is leikom ke Meshe. Wo dort doch verstandig, aber schaß mir hat unter dem Tag. Und sie kleiben sich zusammen, Kamo wie Kamo, und die was haben schön gelernt und halten beim Messiah sein Heid. Und nachher die was meise sibische Tiere, haben gelernt, Pere Kechetlayim oder Sefer Hamitzvos oder meise sibische Tiere noch nicht angeheben, wird sicher des Chus Rambam sehr beistehen. Als sie werden anheben unter dem Limud, wo nicht stehen auf die Schone Harboa, auf dem Marser Sheni, die Adrabe, sie werden lernen, bei Yesser Seis und bei Yesser Reis, in der Nähe von Kiflayim Litushio.
The Chayolim have been divided into 6 teams. Each team is named after a Sefer of the Rambam. Team Sefer HaMitzvos, Team Yad HaChazaka, Team Pirush HaMishnayos, Team Moira Nevuchim, Team Shilas Utshuvas, Team Igeres HaRambam. Each team is made up of 5 groups. In the first row, we have 4th grade, who learned Book 1, covering mitzvahs 1 to 86. In the second row, we have 5th grade, who learned Book 2, covering mitzvahs 87 to 231. In row 3, we have 6th grade, who learned Book 3, covering mitzvahs 232 to 376. In row 4, we have 7th grade, who learned Book 4, covering mitzvahs 377 to 498. And on the top row is 8th grade, who learned in depth Book 1, covering mitzvahs 1 to 86. Throughout the Shabbaton, Chayalim were competing to earn points for their teams. Today is the final showdown. The game show that you are all about to watch will determine the final winners of the team competition. There will be 3 rounds. In round 1, the 3 teams, Pirush HaMishnayos, Yad HaChazaka, and Sefer Hamitzvos will compete. In round 2, the 3 teams, Moreh Nevuchim, Shailas Uchuvas, and Igeres HaRambam will compete. In round 3, the 2 winning teams of the previous rounds will battle for the championship. Listen carefully to the rules. 1. Each round will last for only 10 minutes. 2. There will be at least 1 question for each grade. The faster you answer, the more questions you will get. 3. The team who hits the buzzer first gets to answer. But you gotta be quick. You only have 10 seconds. If no team hits the buzzer, after 10 seconds, the question is lost, and we move to the next grade. 4. After a team hits the buzzer, you have 30 seconds to answer correctly. 5. If the answer is not completed before the time is up, or the answer is incorrect, the team loses 100 points. 6. If answered correctly, within the 30 seconds, the team wins 100 points. And now, let us play! To lead the game show, please welcome the esteemed principal of A'alei Torah, Rabbi Yehoshua Lustig.
Thank you. Welcome to this sold-out event, the International Chidon Hamitzvos. It is my honor and privilege to be the host of today's Chidon, a program I consider the very best and the most amazing program available to our children. I actually know the Chidon from multiple angles. Exactly 21 years ago, Tavshin Nun Hey, it was also a Shnas Hakel. I sat right there where you are in the crowd. I was a young elementary boy as a spectator of the very first Lubavitch International Chidon. That event inspired me to participate in the Chidon the following year. I remember the learning, the chayas, the tests, the koch, the tiebreakers. It was an amazing experience, despite the fact that I did not make it to the Chidon. The next year, I tried again, and it was the same story. And in my 3rd year, finally, I was eligible to represent my yeshiva as a finalist at the International Chidon held that year in Miami, Florida. Now, as a Chidon coordinator, I get to see how the Chidon mitzvahs can truly transform a child, a class, a grade, and an entire yeshiva. And what I hear from the parents that I speak with, it has changed their homes in the mornings, evenings, and Shabbos afternoon. To see the Talmidim so involved in the learning with such a geschmack, using every free moment for studying, coming and going always with their Yahadus books in hands, is a true nachas and a beautiful sight. The Chidon mitzvahs is truly the very best. And for that, we owe a very big thank you to the sponsors and a huge Yasher Kayach to the host organization, Tzivais Hashem. I have recently learned that the Chidon headquarters is staffed with over 10 full-time employees. Full-time meaning day and night. The logistical and organizational challenges they face are huge, but nevertheless, they managed to pull this off and have put together the most organized and beautiful Chidon, Shabbaton, and award ceremony. Imagine for a moment you are a camp administrator. You run a summer camp. Most of the days are regular days, pretty simple. But then you have the harder days, the stressful days, the days that require much more work. Like the first day of camp, making sure that everybody's arriving, this one by bus, this one by car, this one by train, from this airport, from that airport. Color war, the grand scene, the grand trip, or how about the stressful day of making sure everybody gets the right size camp t-shirt, the banquet, and of course the last day. A camp director has over 5 months to take care of registration and has all those hard days spread out over 8 weeks. But the amazing team at the Chidon International Headquarters has registered over 600 chayolim and chayolos for the Chidon in less than 3 weeks. And in a packed 4-day Shabbaton, they have a first day, a last day, welcoming everybody, seeing everybody off, arranging accommodations, a competition, an award ceremony, and a banquet the chayolim will soon attend. And just last week, they did this for 343 girls, and now they are doing this for 292 boys again. This is unbelievable. Thank you. Thank you to the entire team at the Chidon International Headquarters, Shammai Chain, Peretz Lazarov, Naftali Rappaport, Sarah El-Harar, Chani Mentz, Chava Witkis, Chaya Mushka Abrahams. And at their lead, I would like to publicly thank 2 members of the team for their tireless efforts in coordinating this Chidon since day 1, 5 months ago, from the very first conference call to all the schools. On behalf of teachers and principals, Chidon coordinators and base commanders, and if I may add, on behalf of the students, thank you so much to the Chayalei Tzivos Hashem, home base commanders, international Chidon coordinators, Mrs. Mushki Harlig and Miss Mushka Green. And of course, to the man that is the force behind all of this, whose vision and efforts have brought the Chidon back to center stage, whom I have no doubt is sitting down tonight with his wife and planning the Chidon for next year in the Barclay Center. Thank you to Rabbi Shimi and Mrs. Zelda Weinbaum. We are now ready for the game show. We're going to ask all the teams in the crowd, being that the game show is at the first round is on a 10-minute clock, to please not cheer during the game show, even if your team scored. We wanted to move as fast as possible to get in as many questions as we can. Chayolim, are you ready? You all have the buzzer ready on the 4th grade? All right, the first question goes to the Talmidim of the 4th grade, sitting on the lowest level, and the question is as follows. Name 3 ways that one can be over the mitzvah of Shaloi L'Ragel. The mitzvah is Leisa.
Oh.
Sefer Hamitzvos.
By saying Lashon Hara.
That's 1.
By saying Rechilos.
2.
And Mighty Shemra.
That is correct. Plus 100 points for Sefer Hamitzvos. And the next, pass the buzzers up. And the next question goes for the Talmidim in grade 5, sitting on the 2nd row from book 2. Name all the days that we say full Hallel in Eretz Yisrael. Sefer Hamitzvos, it's your, if you take it, you have 9 seconds left. If not, it's incomplete. We move on.
8 days of Pesach.
That's okay.
2 days of Shavuos.
Okay, the answer is incomplete and incorrect. The answer would be the first day of Pesach, Shavuos, 8 days of Sukkot, and 8 days of Chanukah. Minus 100 points for Sefer Hamitzvos. And the next question for the 6th graders from book 3. How did the Para Aduma affect the structure of the Har HaBayis? Sefer Hamitzvos, you got it again.
That the eastern wall was shorter than all the other walls.
Why?
Because the Chayan has to see the Heichel, opening of the Heichel, when he sprinkles the paraduma on the pot of the paraduma.
That is correct. The eastern wall of the Harabayas was lower, so the Kayin doing the avoid of the paraduma could see the Heichel. At the buzzer team, are the buzzers cleared? All right, it's not a glitch that it's going to say for mitzvahs always, right? They got it first. Okay, good. All right, grade 7, book number 4. In connection to which mitzvah was honey mentioned? Six seconds for someone to hit the buzzer. Pirush HaMishnayos.
The 7 mashkin.
Which mitzvah? That's correct, but which mitzvah?
Thomas Eichlin.
That is correct. In order for food to become tummy, it has to touch one of the 7 mashkin, and honey is one of the mashkin that will make the food eligible to become tummy. 8th graders who learned book 1 in depth. Here's your question. Which penalty payments are connected to the number 5? Sefer Hamitzvos.
If you shecht a cow or an ox, you have to pay 5 times.
If you did what before that?
If you stole it.
That's good. We need one more. Another penalty payment that's connected to 5. Clear the buzzers. Clear the buzzers. All right, that's an incomplete answer, minus 100 points for Sefer Hamitzvos. The correct answer would be what you said, that if a person steals a cow and shechts it, he has to pay 5 times the amount. And also a mazik has to pay the 5 payments of nezek, tsar, ripoy, shevis, and baishis for damage, pain, doctor bills, loss of work, and embarrassment. We are back to the 4th grade, sitting on the first row. Do they have the buzzers? Very good. 4th graders from book 1. The question is to you. To which mitzvah, pay attention, to which mitzvah do all of these apply? Bread, wine, the number 3, and the number 4. All right, nobody pressed the buzzer, and time is up. The answer would be Birchas Hamazon. Because we make Birchas Hamazon after eating bread, we use a kais of wine. You need 3 men to make a mezuman, and there are 4 brachos in the benching. And the next question is to 5th grade. For which of the following, 5th graders, pay attention to me. For which of the following mitzvahs is the punishment kares? It's a multiple choice question. Do not eat chametz on Erev Pesach. Do not eat chametz on Pesach. Do not eat anything that has chametz in it, or all of the above. Which one is kares? Yada chazaka.
Do not eat chametz on Pesach.
That is correct, because the punishment for eating chametz on Erev Pesach, or the punishment for eating a mixture of chametz on Pesach, is only malchus. 6th grade, the question is to you. How many mitzvahs require that fruit be eaten in Yerushalayim, and name them if you can? Sefer Hamitzvos.
What? He's pressing.
Meiser Sheni,
Just first say the number and then list them. How many mitzvahs?
3.
That's correct. And what are they?
Meiser Sheni, Bikurim, and Neter Ravai.
That is correct. Meiser Sheni and the Neter Ravai have to be eaten by a Yisrael in Yerushalayim, and Bikurim has to be eaten by a Kayin in Yerushalayim. 7th grade. Which mitzvah connects the Hara Mishcha and the Kodesh HaKadoshim? There we go. Yada Chazaka. Which mitzvah?
The Parah Aduma was on the Har Mishkan and it was sprinkled in the direction of the Kodesh HaKadoshim.
That is correct. Thank you very much. Plus 100 points for Yada Chazaka. And to the 8th graders, how many mitzvahs are connected to a Navi? We need a number. And then if you could list them, that would be nice. How many? What's the number?
6.
6. Try to list them, please.
You have to listen to a Navi. You can't test the Navi too much.
Okay.
You can't give a false Navi.
Okay.
You can't give a false Nevuah.
Nevius,
You can't give a Nevuah in the name of Avodah Zarah.
Correct.
You can't listen to a false Nevuah.
Okay. You'll get the 100 points because you said 6, but if you could, someone list 2 more?
One more.
One more? Do not be scared. Want to finish that one off?
Don't listen to Nevo V'Zar.
Okay, do not be scared to point out and kill a false Navi. Back to the 4th graders. We still have some time on our clock. Name at least 2 mitzvahs that are connected to stars. 4th grade. Yara Chazaka, you hit the buzzer last second. 2 mitzvahs that are connected to stars. What does it mean to be a Einin? Shalayla Einin, what does it mean?
Einin does astrology.
Okay.
And
good.
Not to make anything in the stars, anything in the heavens, and stars are in the heavens.
Not to make forms in the shape of a star, not to tell the future based on stars. And there's even a 3rd one, Kriyas Shema. You can only do Kriyas Shema at night after the 3 stars come out. The next question to book number 2. 100 points for Yara Chazaka. Let's reset the buzzers. Now we are going up to 5th grade, book 2. Listen to the story. A person building a sukkah. He puts up 2 walls that are 7 tefachim wide, puts schach on top, and then he puts up the 3rd wall that is 1 tefach wide. Is the sukkah kosher? Why or why not? Pirush HaMishnayos.
No.
It's not kosher, and why not?
Kosher because the schach needs to be the last thing you put on.
That is correct. Taseh v'loy min ha'asoi. Schach must be the final step in building the sukkah. 6th graders, how many levels? It's a 2-part question. Listen up. How many levels of giving tzedakah are there? Putting money into a pushka is which level of giving? Sefer Hamitzvos.
What?
8.
8 levels. And which level is this one?
Tzedakah is number 2.
2 to the lowest or 2 to the highest?
2 to the highest.
That is correct. There are 8 levels of giving tzedakah. When you put money in a pushka, you don't know who you're giving to. The person receiving doesn't know who he's getting from. The highest level would be to give employment to the poor person. We're holding 7th grade. When a house has tsaras, what is the earliest possible day that it could be knocked down? And what was done with the stones afterwards? Pirush HaMishnayos. They pressed it first.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, but what number day is it?
13.
That's correct.
And they would take the stones out of the city.
That is correct. Plus 100 points for Pirush HaMishnayos. The reason how 2 weeks is 13 days, because when the Kohen came on the 7th day after week 1 and he started the 2nd week, the 7th day counted as the 7th day to the 1st week and the 1st day to the 2nd week. Does that mean that our 10-minute timer is up? We're going to do our last question for this round to the 8th grade, and then we're done with this round. 8th grade, name at least 10 of the Tay times Zmanim, halachic times. Please try to list it in the order of the day from morning to night. Yala Chazaka, it's yours.
Okay, Alyssa Shachar.
That's 1.
What's it called? Alyssa Shachar. Misha Yakir.
That's 2.
Does it need to be in order?
Preferably, you don't have to.
Okay, Chatzais.
3.
Shkia.
4.
Hadlakas Neres.
5.
Tzitza Kichavim.
6.
Seifsman Achilas Chametz.
7.
Seifsman Kriyas Shema.
8.
Seifsman Tefillah.
9. One more.
Plaga Mincha.
That's correct. And we have Mincha Gedayla, Mincha Getana. Please give a round of applause for the contestants of round 1 in the lead. In the lead, we have Sefer Hamitzvos has 3,301 points. Yada Chazak has 2,606 points. Pirush HaMishnayos has 3,013 points. So in the lead, we have Sefer Hamitzvos and Pirush HaMishnayos. We will be back soon with round 2. And now let's welcome back Chani Maleki and Eli Marcus.
אני מאמין באמונה שלמו בנביאים Messiah, HaMoshiach, Ani מאמין, אני מאמין, באמונו של אימו, בנביאת המושיע, אני מאמין, אוי מושיע, אוי מושיע, let's hear you. אוי מושיע, אוי מי שישמע מאין כל זה יחכה לו רחו יום שיבוא יבוא מי שישמע מאין כל זה יחכה לו רחו יום שיבוא שישמע מאין כל זה יחכה לו רחו יום שיבוא יבוא מי שישמע מאין כל זה יחכה לו רחו יום שיבוא ברוך הבא מלך המשיח ברוך הבא מלך המשיח ברוך הבא welcome to Chidon ברוך הבא מלך המשיח מלך המשיח ברוך הבא מלך המשיח וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה מלך המשיח ברוך הבא מלך המשיח ברוך הבא חסגיולו הנה משיח בו סיסו ושמחו חסגיולו הנה משיח בו סיסו ושמחו חסגיולו הנה משיח בו סיסו ושמחו חסגיולו הנה משיח בו הנה יבוא משיח צדקנו הנה יבוא במהרה בימינו הנה יבוא במהרה בימינו משיח צדקנו הנה יבוא משיח צדקנו הנה יבוא במהרה בימינו הנה יבוא עלינו במהרה בימינו משיח צדקנו הנה יבוא גוי למבשר מבשר לאויבי Koya mevase, mevase leoyme. Hine yubo, hine yubo. Yovay bingo leinu, v'meiro v'yomeinu, Mashiach tzidkeinu. Hine yubo, hine yubo, Mashiach tzidkeinu. Hine yubo, v'meiro v'yomeinu. Hine yubo, Yovay bingo leinu, v'meiro v'yomeinu, Mashiach tzidkeinu. Hine yubo, Mashiach v'meiro v'yomeinu, hine yubo.
At this time, we pay tribute to our Chidon judges. Harav Eliezer ben Harav Mordechai Olav Shalom Wenger and Harav Yitzchak ben Harav Eliezer Tzvi Zev Olav Shalom Zirkind. Words cannot describe their dedication to the Chidon. Their goal was simple, to get children to kachzich in the Limud HaTorah with Yegia Atzuma, and that's precisely what they accomplished. We are sure they are with us today, and they're shepping lots of nachas from on high. Today, we are lucky to have Rabbi Zirkin's children, Rabbi Yosef and Levi Zirkin, Yabora L'chaim Tovim Aruchim, who have continued their legacy and dedicated countless hours making the Chidon a reality. We must also thank judges Rabbi Zalman Glick and Rabbi Shalom Lane for the countless hours they put into producing the amazing Ya'adus curriculum.
B'ashkacha pratis, today's Chidon Hamitzvos is taking place on the special day of Beis Nissen, the Yom HaHistalkos of the Rebbe Rashab. The connection between the Chidon Mitzvos and the Rebbe Rashab is clear. Firstly, the Rebbe Rashab is referred to as the Rambam of Chassidus. Just as the Rambam organized the Torah Sheba'al Peh and was masader, elaborated, and explained everything in a very clear way, so too the Rebbe Rashab elaborates in his Maimarim and explains deep concepts in Chassidus in a very clear way and with Mishalim, and is therefore called the Rambam of Chassidus. Secondly, many of the Chidon contestants here today from around the world are Talmidim of the very yeshiva the Rebbe Rashab founded, Yeshivas Taimchet Mimim Lubavitch, and we have them here from around the world. And third of all, 2 years after founding his yeshiva, the Rebbe Rashab had a call to his Talmidim, quoting the Maimer Chazal, Kol hayoytze lemechames beis David, kaisev get Christos liishtai, which literally means that when a Yid went to fight a war on the front lines, being that he may be killed, he should beforehand write a get to his wife, so she does not remain a guna if he doesn't return. And the Rebbe Rashab explained and called from his Talmidim that they are yoytze lemelchemes beis David. We are fighting this Golos war to bring back Malchus beis David. And they too need to write a get Christos liishtai. They need to detach themselves from their desires and from their gashmiistic needs and totally throw themselves into an Yanik Dusha and devote themselves to the learning of Torah and being Mekayim Mitzvahs. And with that, we will see the return of Malchus beis David. These Chidon contestants answered the call. They did exactly that. They gave up their basketball games at recess, their baseball games in the park in the evening. They gave up hanging around on the couch on Shabbos afternoon. They were kaisev eget grisus, and they devoted every free moment to learning and to the study of Sefer Hamitzvos. And give them a round of applause. And when Mashiach comes, it is these Talmidim that will know the halachas of how to be makriv a karban, how to light the menorah, how to set the shulchan, how to be mafresh trumas and maisris, and how to fulfill all the 613 beautiful mitzvahs that we will be able to be mekayim with the return of Malchus beis David, with the coming of Mashiach, b'mehera v'yameinu, amen. And now for round two. In case you missed it in the intro video, the way the teams are starting off with these points is because these teams are teams since Thursday morning, from the whole Shabbaton, the way they davened, the way they learned, the way they went to the oil, the way they had Avos Yisrael, the way they played and ate, they were acquiring points. They come to this game show with these points already in their pocket. Now is when they could earn 100 points for each question they get correct, or lose 100 points for each question they lose. At the end of round 2, we are going to announce which 2 teams from round 1 and 2 combined are the highest. They will return for the final showdown in round 3. So we are ready to start our 10-minute clock with the first question for round 2 to the 4th graders. Are you ready? Name 3 mitzvahs loisaseh that are about clothing, all about clothing.
I know two.
10-second timer. Meir Nevuchim.
Shaloi Sada Isha the Ish.
That's correct.
Shaloi Sada Isha the Isha.
That's correct.
Tzitzis.
Mitzvahs loisaseh.
Oh.
We'll ask the audience to remain silent. Do we have the 30-second timer?
Don't gather the spoils of an Irani Dachas.
Judges, we'll give it to them. That is correct. You listed 3 mitzvahs that are about clothing. The next question goes to the 5th graders. Which mitzvah is so important that it pushes off the learning of Torah if necessary? Pushes aside. Shiloh Shichovis, you hit the buzzer first. That is correct. Megillah is Mevatel Talmud Torah. By the way, Chayolim, I want to explain to you, the buzzers are working. If you feel like it's not working, it's because another team hit it first. Let's clear the buzzers before we do the next question. 6th graders, what is a Yisrael Meyuchos allowed to do that other Yisraelim may not? Yigaris Rambam.
They're allowed to sing on the duchen.
They're allowed to?
Sing on the duchen with the Levium.
They're allowed to play instruments together with the Levium. That is correct. Plus 100 points to Yigaris Rambam. All right, 7th graders from book number 4. To which mitzvah, listen to all 4 things. To which mitzvah are all of these connected? Working, plowing, measuring, and spilled blood. Yigaris Rambam? That is correct. Could you explain? Could you please explain loud into the mic? Yigaris Rambam, go.
You can't plow a land that Haglarova took place.
Correct.
You can't work it.
No, you can't work with the cow, with the calf.
You have to measure the distance between the maze and the cities.
Correct.
And it's a mitzvah you can't kill. It's like, it's
Okay.
about killing.
Okay, very good. We'll give that to you. Very good. So that is correct. Plus 100 points for Yigaris Rambam. To the Talmidim on 8th grade who learned book 1 in depth. From what you have learned, how many mitzvahs bezdin are punishments for something connected with Avodah Zarah? What are they? All right, nobody pressed the buzzer. The answer would be 3 of mitzvahs bezdin are punishable for different sorts of Avodah Zarah, whether it's skila, hereg, or chenek. Sreifa is never a punishment for something from Avodah Zarah. Let's bring down the buzzers back to the 4th graders. And 4th graders, this question is to you. What are 3 things a person may not do because of the mitzvah shaloi lachon al ovdei Avodah Zarah? Not to be gracious to people who serve the Avodah Zarah. 3 things.
Oh, I know what we passed it.
Yigaris Rambam.
You're not allowed to be nice to them.
Okay,
You can't let them live in the city.
that's
You
correct.
can't give them free gifts.
That is correct. Those are the 3 things you're not allowed to do. Plus 100 points for Yigaris Rambam. 5th graders, listen to this with every detail. An apple falls from a tree and an insect begins to grow in the apple. Later, a person picks up the apple and eats it together with the insect. What is his punishment? Shiloh Shichuvas. That is correct. There's no punishment for an insect that grows in a detached apple that was never parished, never came out of the apple yet. 6th graders, how many, are the buzzers reset? How many actual mitzvahs were performed by the Sanhedrin? Meir Nevuchim.
To count the years of Yovel.
First tell me the number. How many? And what they are.
2.
Good.
To count the year of Yovel.
To count the year of Yovel. Okay. To sanctify the year of Yovel.
And also to the Bol Shayfer before the Yudin.
Again? That's the same mitzvah.
What?
That's the same mitzvah. Yovel's 1. Now we need a second one. You have 14 seconds.
I got the number right. Count the years. Count the years.
Count the years of?
Yovel.
Okay, the judges say to give it to you, they have to count the years of Shemitah and then to count the years of Yovel. And in the year of Yovel, they have to do V'kidashta Misnash L'chamishim, plus 100 points for Meir Nevuchim. Thank you, judges. 8th grade. Can a heavy keli that has a base and measures 1 amma by 1 amma by 3 ammas, could it be Mekabel Tumah? All right, Igeris Rambam.
No.
It cannot. Could you explain?
Because something that has a base, only in order to be Makabel Tumah, it has to have a base and it has to be able to hold something. So.
Movable. Has to be a keli. Because this is so big and heavy, it's not a keli, it's not Mekabel Tumah. It's not considered a keli. Very good. Back to 4th grade. Are the buzzers passed down? You have it? I'm going to wait for you. Sorry. Oh, we're holding 8th grade. Okay. Sorry about that. 8th grade. Book number 1 in depth. Are we allowed to throw out a memory card that... 1 second. You can't press the buzzer before the question is over. Reset. Are we allowed to throw out a memory card that has words of Torah stored on it? Yigaris Rambam.
Yes.
Yes. Why?
Because it's so bad that you should throw it out.
It's not actual words, it's just digital representations. That is correct, plus 100 points for Yigaris Rambam. 4th graders, name 3 mitzvahs that are connected with burning spices. Is he trying to press it? Meir Nevuchim.
Avodah Zarah.
3 mitzvahs that are connected with burning spices. Avodah Zarah is too general. Go ahead.
That was my bad.
You're not wrong.
Oh,
but
Yudayni magic and I've magic.
Sorry, did you hear what he said? He said all 3? He said 2.
And burning spaces on. He said you're not allowed to. No, burning spaces.
6
Harish Elamasim.
Irish Elamasim, Oiv, and Yudayni, those are the 3 mitzvahs connected to burning spices. That is correct, plus 100 points for Meir Nevuchim. Now to the 5th graders. Name at least 4 lavim about a nazir. Yigaris Rambam, you got it.
Not to eat grape peels, not to eat grape seeds, not to eat grape, not to eat a grape beverage, and to grow longer hair.
No, negative mitzvah. Not to grow longer hair. I need one more leisasa.
Not to get tummy from a
That's
tumas mess.
correct. You got 4 of them, plus 100 points for Yigaris Rambam. And the next question goes to the 6th graders from book 3. Min Torah, how much is separated from Truma? How much is separated nowadays? 2-part question. Someone hit it? Shiloh Shechuvas. No, they hit it first. That's it. That's how it works. Shiloh Shechuvas.
Minatara is any
Wait,
amount.
1 second. I might be overruled here by the judges. They hit it first? Okay. All right. We can get tech support on Meir Nevuchim's buzzer, and we are the judges' rule. So the judges said that the answer goes to Meir Nevuchim.
Okay,
2-part question. What's the answer?
Minatara. Minatara, there's no set amount you have to.
So how much do you have to give?
Minatara?
Yeah.
A small amount.
You're right. There's no set amount. So how much do you give?
What?
How much do you give?
Any amount, a small amount.
Small amount. Anything, okay?
Yeah.
And how much do you give nowadays?
Nowadays, also you give a small amount.
That is correct. Is the buzzer from Meir Nevuchim working? No. It is. Okay. Chayolim on stage, if you talk between each other, not into the mic, we hear you. Okay? Seventh graders, here's the question. It's a little bit of a riddle. Who am I? I'm a chatas, I'm an oila, I come after the mikvah, I'm one of four, and I apply to all people. Shilas Uchuvais, and our 10-minute clock is out, but we will go to the 8th grade. Shilas Uchuvais, give us the answer.
A potato.
That is excellent, and how did you figure that out?
Because a potato brings a hot set after he comes sahar. He goes to the mikvah.
Correct.
And he's one of the four mechusei kapara.
That's correct.
And women and men could become tamei.
That is correct. And the other mechusri kapara, can I get him for a second, one more time? And the other mechusri kapara, the other three?
Only apply to men or women.
For example, you led us. Thank you so much. That was an amazing answer. 100 points for Shilas Uchuvais. And our last question for round 2. And we will see which two teams are coming back in the third round. Remember, from the first round, we had Sefer Hamitzvos with 3,301 points, Yada Chazaka with 2,606 points, Pirush Misnayos with 3,013 points. And now, the final question of round 2 is, with which mitzvah are all of the following numbers associated? 4, 5, 7, 10, 18. Hit your buzzer. You got it. Okay, Shilas Uchuvais.
Tefillah.
The mitzvah of tefillah, that is correct. Do you want to explain? Please explain. Can we bring back the question so you can look at the numbers and explain? Oh, here we go. All right, it's too much for you. All right, no problem. That ends round 2. Let's give a round of applause for all the contestants here from round 2. And it looks like it was tight. And in the lead are the teams of Pirush. One second. In the lead is the team of Igeres HaRambam with 3,101 points, and Sefer Hamitzvos from round 1 with 3,301 points. So we will see Sefer Hamitzvos and Igeres HaRambam back soon for the final round. And now pay your attention to the screens for a Chidon recap video. Thank you very much.
So
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, superstar Avi Piamenta!
Soon comes the hate. Hey! Now let's do it faster for a second, the same way, yeah? Hey! Excellent! Now we'll do it with honey. Excellent. Now we can continue the oldies. 1, 2, 3, 4. sing with us. That the Rebbe taught us. Thank you very much. And keep on learning the Torah. It's Kiddush Hashem in the whole world.
Ladies and gentlemen, Avi and Yehuda Piamenta.
And thank you, Choni Mileki, please.
We are about to move on to round 3 and to the award ceremony. But beforehand, I would like to add to something Rabbi Kilarski mentioned earlier. Rabbi Kilarski gave out the Diamond Award to all the contestants that are not finalists. I would also like to mention and give a round of applause to all the Talmidim that studied and didn't reach the qualifying average. There's about 1,500 more of them. We applaud their efforts, And we want them to join next year again, and hopefully we will see them in Chidon 577 in the Beis Hamikdash. But now, let's explain the rest of the game show. We welcome back the two teams with the highest amount of points, Igeret Rambam and Sefer Hamitzvos. Igeret Rambam, 3,101 points. Sefer Hamitzvos, 3,301 points. They already start off with a 200-point difference. In this round, I am going to ask an open-ended question. The open-ended question could be something like, how many mitzvahs that you learned in your book has to do with the number 3? That's a very open-ended question. Each chayil on stage has a pen and paper, and you're going to have 60 seconds to write down as many mitzvahs from your book that you came up with that have to do with that open-ended question. You may be wondering what happened to the rest of the team. Before, each team had a lot of contestants. For the final round, we took a representative from each grade. So we have one Talmud here from 4th grade, Igeret Rambam, one from 5th, one from 6th, one from 7th, one from 8th, representing all the mitzvahs in all the books. And also for Sefer Hamitzvos, we have one Talmud from each grade representing their team in the final round. It's very possible that we plan on asking 3 questions in this round, each one worth 200 points. Being that we already have a 200-point difference, it's very possible that after 2 questions we could have a winner, and we will end the game show right there, and we will know who won the International Chidon Mitzvahs Championship. That team that wins, whether it's Igeret Rambam or Sefer Hamitzvos, every single contestant on that team, all 50 of you approximately, will receive at the banquet that you will have later this afternoon this beautiful picture of the Rebbe on a nice wooden frame. Every single one of you. Maybe Igeret Rambam, it may be Sefer Hamitzvos. Now, one more thing to explain. Being that the 4th graders and the 8th graders both learned book 1, 4th graders and 8th graders are going to work together on coming up with the mitzvahs. One of you write, one of you could talk into your friend's ear. Same thing with this team. Allow me to introduce who these representatives are for their teams. From Sefer Hamitzvos, 4th grade, we have Menachem Mendel Plotkin. 5th grade, Nachum Hillel Zions. 6th grade, Mendel Stock. 7th grade, Yoel Baderman. And 8th grade, we have Levi Silverman. Is that correct? And from the other team, from Igeret Rambam, representing their team, 1 per grade. From the 4th grade, we have Yisrael Plotkin. From the 5th grade, we have Shlomo Bergstein. From the 6th grade, we have Mendel Teichman. From the 7th grade, we have Menachem Mendel Binyaminson. From the 8th grade, we have Yisrael Binyaminson. And we are now ready to play round 3. We will need a 60-second timer once I complete the question. We're going to use a mitzvah. Yeah, if it's a separate mitzvah, it's a separate mitzvah. Absolutely. We're not working with units, we're working with mitzvahs. But it has to be a separate mitzvah that the Rambam counts as a separate mitzvah. Round 3, we're going to ask an open-ended question, and please write for 60 seconds as many as you could come up with. I might come on stage, but we're also putting a lot of trust into you that when you give us the answer, you're only reading from your paper and not thinking of new ones. I'll probably come up anyways. Final round. First question. Name every mitzvah that is connected with grapes or anything that comes from grapes. When they're done, I'll explain how we take in the answer. The timer got to count down, please. Or judges, you tell me when you think it's 60 seconds. You have a timer here? No. 60 seconds are over. Please drop your pens immediately. Thank you so much. Okay, this is how we're going to take the answer. We're going to compare book by book. Whichever team combined came up with the most mitzvahs that fit that open-ended question, that team wins this question and they get 200 points. Now, Igeret Rambam, where are you sitting today? Please raise your hand. Igeret Rambam, I'm going to need your help. Every time I say that's correct, please count out loud. 1. If I say that's correct, say 2. You're going to help us keep track how many mitzvahs your team came up with. And Sefer Hamitzvos, where are you sitting today? Very good. We're going to need your help as well. Please help us count for your team. Everybody else is welcome to pick sides. So, from book number 1, from the 4th and 8th grader together, first tell us the number. How many mitzvahs did you come up with that have to do with grapes or anything that comes from grapes? 3. Now I'm going to be looking at the judges. They're going to give me the cue if you got it right or not. Start.
Okay, Fair
Correct. 1. Got to hear you.
Bris, Mila.
2. Correct.
Netilas Yadayim.
3. Correct. All right, I want you to do the counting. I'm going to try to say correct. You do the counting. So far, we have 3 for Yigaris Rambam. Now, book 1 over here. How many did you get? You got 4. Let's hear. Into the mic. Into the mic. Correct.
Bris Mila.
Correct.
Brachais.
Correct.
And Birkas Kayanin.
Correct. So far, it's 3-4. Now we're going to go to book 2 from Yigaris Rambam. How many mitzvahs do you have with grapes or anything that comes from grapes? Wine, grape juice?
I wrote down 3 of them.
How many?
3.
Please, tell them to the judges.
Not shouldn't eat grapes, not to eat seeds of grapes,
Correct.
not to drink any grape beverage.
Correct.
And I was in the middle of the next one. So.
Again?
I was in the middle of the next one.
You're middle of the next one? Let me see what middle means.
Not to drink.
Not to drink a, what's the end?
It was any. Not to drink any wine.
Any wine? For who?
Nazar.
Oh, you wrote Nazar on all 3. Judges, could we give it to him? I think so. Okay, we're going to give it to him. So we're holding, how many are we holding on this team? Because I'm not keeping track. In total, how many do we have on this team? 7. Thank you. Judges, please keep track. 7. Judges, 6 or 7? 7. We need help over here. I can listen to all of you from today to tomorrow. I need the judges. How many? 7. So in total, just give me the number. I can't hear you.
7 total.
7 for this team so far. Very good. Okay, Sefer Hamitzvos, book number 2. How many mitzvahs did you come up with? Loud and clear into the mic.
It's Kiddush and Havdalah 2.
You just say it and the judges will decide. Go.
4. A Nazar shouldn't eat any beverages from grapes. A Nazar shouldn't
Correct.
eat the skin of grapes.
Correct.
A Nazar shouldn't eat wine.
Correct. Drink wine.
Is Kiddush and Havdalah the 1?
Yes, that's 1. Yeah, that's 1.
Okay, so that's 4.
So he got 4 more. So how many do they have in total now?
8.
So we're holding 7 to 8. All right. Tight. 7 to 8. Yigaris Rambam, book number 3. You're a 6th grader?
Yes.
How many did you come up with?
9.
9 in 60 seconds. Let's hear it. Tell it to the judges. Pause between each one.
Suyayin.
Correct.
The 2 Yisurim of Kilei HaKerem, not to have an and not to plant them.
Correct.
I don't know if this is counting. Binyan Beis HaMikdash, to build the room, Lishkas Beis Mani, where they kept the oil and the wine.
We're not going to count that?
Okay. Troma.
Truma. Correct.
Bikurim.
Correct.
Meiser Sheni.
Correct.
Meiser Ani.
Correct.
Tromas Meiser.
Correct.
That's it.
So he came up with 8. So in total,
9.
I
got it.
Well, one didn't count. So we have 15 for Yigaris Rambam. Wow. 15 to how many here so far? 15 to 8. Book number 3. How many did you come up with? Got to be on your paper.
9.
9. Are they all on your paper?
Yes.
Go.
Bikurim.
Correct.
Teravai.
Neteravai. Correct.
Truma.
1 second. Pause in between each one so the judges hear you. All right, we have Truma, we have Bikurim and Neteravai. We have 2 so far. Next. Bikurim, Neteravai. Truma is 3. Now.
I wrote Meiseres.
That's going to count as 1. So we have 4.
Okay. Kilei HaKerem 2. Not to plant Kilei HaKerem.
1 second. Kilei HaKerem is 2. 2 separate mitzvahs. So we're going to be holding 6.
Not to plant Kilei HaKerem, not to eat Kilei HaKerem.
Those are the 2. Very good.
And Shtuya Yayin can't enter the Beis HaMikdash.
Shtuya Yayin cannot enter the Beis HaMikdash. So we got 7 for him. How much did your team have before? 8. So it's 15 to 15. Wow. This is tight. This is tight. Yigaris Rambam. Book number 4. I think you two are going to make it or break it for your team. Sorry, but that's how it goes. Book number 4. How many? Into the mic.
There's a lot of. I only wrote 2 down, but one is a very general category that a lot of.
The judges decide. Say it. What did you write?
I wrote Thomas Eichlin. Wine is one of the Shiva.
Thomas Eichlin. Wait, you wrote Thomas Eichlin?
Yeah, I wrote.
So we can give him 1 for that.
And then I wrote Karbanes, like all Karbanes was in the Sachem.
We're not counting Karbanis. Count it as 1 for saying the concept of Karbanis because there's Nesachim. So you brought your team 2 more. You have 17. And how many did you get?
11.
11. Whoa. All right, I think we know who won this round, but let's hear the 11 because that's what it's about. Where is it written?
So you have the 9 Musafin. They all came with an
We're counting it as 1 though.
It's 1?
Yep, that's what the judges say. We count it as
9.
1.
Unless you wrote down all 9 Musafim.
He didn't. He wrote Musaf. That's 1.
There's Pesach. There's all the different days. They have each their own Musaf.
But you need to write them down.
Judges overrule. Sorry. All right, you wrote Musaf. What else did you write here? What does it say there?
Thomas Eichlin and the Carbon Tamid.
He wrote Tamid, Thomas Eichlin. He brings 3. It's 17 to 18. The first question of round 3 goes to Sefer Hamitzvos plus 200 points. Are they now 400 points in the lead? Yeah, so if they get the next question, it's game over. But if they get the next question, then we have a third and final and last question. I feel the tension in the ear. Name every mitzvahs asay mentioned in your book. Every mitzvahs asay, as many as you could go. 60 seconds.
Oh no.
25 seconds. Ten seconds. Drop your pens as soon as we ask you to. 4, 3, 2, 1. Please drop your pens immediately. Thank you. Oh, there we go. All right, you got to stop right there. If you're middle, we'll read it to the judges, whatever they say. Okay, so our question was, how many mitzvahs asay mentioned in your book? Now, we all know there's a lot more mitzvahs lois asay, b'chlal, and somehow with the how this curriculum, a lot of the mitzvahs asay ended up in book 5. So there are not that many mitzvahs asay, and let's see what you came up with. Obviously, there's a lot, but it wasn't as easy as coming up with lois asay. All right, 8th grader and 4th grader, how many did you come up with?
12.
12 mitzvahs asay. Go for it. 1 second. You're Yigaras Rambam. I need your help counting. Judges, you write it down, please.
To know that there's Hashem.
Correct.
Liyachadoi.
Correct.
Avas Hashem.
Correct.
Yiras Hashem.
Correct.
Lakadesh Shmoi.
Correct.
Tzitzis.
Correct. Wait for your team to scream the number. It's 6.
Tefillin Shel Yad.
Correct.
Tefillin Shel Rosh.
1 second. You got to go slower, okay?
Tefillin
Shel Rosh. We're holding 7. Oh, here we go again. We're holding 8? Okay, I'm sorry. 8. Next.
Great Sefer Torah.
Correct.
The king wrote a second Sefer Torah.
Correct.
Birchas HaMazon.
Correct.
Amila.
Correct. You got to drop your pen over there. I'm sorry. We might. All right, I see that. Okay, but leave your pens around. Leave it down. Okay. So how many did he get, judges? 12 mitzvahs asay from book number 1. Thank you to the 4th and 8th grader. You gave your team a good boost, that's for sure. And let's go to the 4th and 8th grader on Sefer Hamitzvos, book 1. Questions asked to the judge.
We didn't write 3 of them because from last time. No, 1 of them already have. Because we have them from last time, and it would take more time to write them.
Judges, what do you say? I think not. Okay. You say yeah? Yeah, that's it. Judges say yes. But
you want to see if Yigaras Rambam has the same thing.
Yigaras Rambam, do you have a similar situation where you have another mitzvah asay on your paper, not from those 12 that you have from a previous question? Say it, and we're going to give it. If we give it to them, we give it to them, or we just say none. What do you say?
Netilas Yadayim.
Give it to both? Netilas Yadayim?
Sometimes it's the Rabbanan, I'm sorry.
It's the Rabbanan? Okay.
not a mitzvah.
Right? Okay, sure. It's one of the 7 mitzvahs of Rabbanan. It's not from the Taryag mitzvahs. If we do it for them, we'll do it for you, obviously. Okay. Right now, let's go.
Birkas Hamazon. Birkas Hamazon.
Correct.
Bris.
Correct.
Brachos.
That's the Rabbanan. We're not counting it. We're holding 2.
Birkas Koyanim.
Correct.
Leida Sheshem Leika.
Correct.
Liyachadoi.
Correct.
Yiras Hashem.
Correct.
Avas Hashem.
Correct.
Avas Hager.
Correct.
Avas Yisrael.
Correct.
Talmud Torah.
Correct.
I was in the middle of writing another one.
What did you write?
I wanted to write.
Oh, you wrote too little. No, we can't count that. Nothing. It's 2 letters there. Okay. So how many do we have? 10. 12 to 10. Uh-oh. Okay, this is tight. 12 to 10. And now let's go to our 5th grader. How many did you come up with? And please point on your paper while you read it to the judges. 6?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Shvisa b'Shabbos. Kiddush Shabbos with
Correct.
Hashpasas chometz.
One second. Start all over and give us time for the judges to give us the answer, for the crowd to scream. Don't go ahead. Start all over. Shvisas HaShabbos. Correct. What was our number? 13 now.
Kiddush Shabbos with Dvarim.
14.
Hashpasas chometz.
15.
Achilas matzah.
Correct.
Mitzvahs kiyum mitzvahs sefasayim.
Correct.
Sipur Yetzias Mitzrayim.
Correct. How many do we have in total? 18 for Igeres HaRambam. Back to you, Sefer Hamitzvos, to our 5th grader from book 2. We're not counting the Rabbanan. Sorry, we're not counting it. Okay, so do the ones that are min ha-Torah, mitzvahs aseh. Point while you read, please.
Shvisa b'Shabbos.
Correct.
Erchin.
Erchin, is that what you said?
Erchin.
Erchin. Correct.
And then you shouldn't sell a field that's cherem. Don't sell a field that's cherem.
It's a leisasa?
Oh, it's assay.
Yep. Only what's on your paper. No thinking now.
That's
it. That's 2. So what's the number? Where are we holding? 12 to 18. Wow. Okay, 6th grader, book 3. Are you ready? How many did you do? 10 in 60 seconds. That is unbelievable. And what are they?
Truma.
Correct.
Meiser Sheni. Neter
Correct.
Meiser Ani.
Correct.
Trumas Meiser.
Correct.
Levishas Bigdei Kayanim.
Correct.
Shemitah.
Correct.
Beis Din counting till Yovel. Shemitah till Yovel.
Correct.
Beis Din being Mekadesh.
Correct.
And Binyan Beis HaMikdash.
Correct. Did he give us 10 more?
What?
All 10, right? All right, you gave us 10 more. You had how many before?
18.
18, now you have 28. Wow. Sefer Hamitzvos from the 6th grade. Mendel, how many?
10.
On your paper, please point.
10.
Go.
Leket, Shikha,
Correct,
Peah,
correct.
Peret, Oilois.
One second, that's 5 already. Leket Shikha Peah. No, Leket Shikha Peah, Peret, Oilois. That's 5. Go slowly, please.
Meiser Ani,
6.
Tzedakah,
7.
Truma,
8.
Trumas Meiser,
9.
and I was in the middle of writing Meiser Rishon.
He wrote Mem Ayin Sin for Meiser Rishon. We'll give it to him. All right. So how many do we have here? In total. Judges, you can speak into your mics. Give us the total so we know where we're holding. 22 for this team and 28 to 22. We're holding book 4. 28 to 22. Igeres HaRambam, you're in the lead. Let's see what happens now. Igeres HaRambam, 8th grader, 7th grader, book 4. How many?
10.
10. Wow. All right, you might go to 38. Let's hear.
Thomas Eichlin.
Please point while you read it, okay?
Thomas Eichlin.
Start again.
From last time, Thomas Eichlin.
From last time, Thomas Eichlin.
Karbanis Bechlal.
2.
And then in Karbanis Befrat, Karban Motzav Shavuos.
1 second. Are we doing Karbanis Bechal and Karban Befrat?
No. Okay, fine.
Counting Karbanis as 1, right?
Whatever he has written down.
Okay, so we're going to take off Karbanis Bechal. Let's do with the Pratim. So 1 second. Let's start all over. So far you said
Thomas
Eichlin, that's 1. Now you do individual Karbanis.
Karban Motzav Shavuos.
2.
Karban Motzav Shmini Atzeres.
3.
Shtei Alechem.
4.
Karban Motzav of Sukkot.
5.
Carbon Matzah for Pesach.
6
Carbon Matzah for the Shana.
of Rosh Hashanah. 7,
Carbon Matzah for Yom Kippurim.
8.
Carbon Matzah for Yom Kippur.
You said Yom
Chazan.
Kippurim.
Okay, whatever.
So
And
we're holding
then
8.
the Carbon Pesach Rishon.
What does that say? Pesach?
Carbon Pesach.
Carbon Pesach.
And I wrote
What is that?
Carbon Pesach Rishon and I wrote do for Carbon Pesach Sheni.
All right, he has Pesach Rishon and Pesach Sheni. In total, how many did we give him?
10.
10. They have 38. 38. Wow. 38 mitzvahs to say. Google just like that in 60 seconds. Unbelievable. And you might bring us to the third round because so far it's 38 to how many? To 22. How many do you have?
16, but it's like one category for a bunch of mitzvahs.
16. We're going to allow him to say it because this is his moment. So say them anyway and let's go.
So to offer the carbon tamid,
1,
to shout the carbon pesach,
2,
from Chosr Kapara,
3.
the carbon Ayla V'Yared,
1 second, what?
carbon Ayla
1 second.
V'Yared,
Did you say 4 mechusri kapara? What did you say?
for Chosr Kapara.
4 mechusri kapara. Did you list them? Did you write down the individual ones? Zav, Zav.
No, I just wrote 4.
All right, so you got 1 for that. Did he? No, he didn't write it. If you could say it, we're giving it to him. What are the 4 mechusri kapara?
Zav, Zava, Mitzayra,
And?
Nida. No,
That's 3. You got 1 wrong. Okay, we'll give you 3. You can't think of it now. You got 3. The last one was Yeledes, but it's okay. 3. So 1 second. How many do we have for him? From his 16, where are we holding? 6. Okay, go.
and the 9 Musafim.
Did you write them down?
No, it'll take too long.
Say the 9 Musafim.
Okay. Shabbos,
1,
Rosh Chodesh,
2,
Pesach,
3,
Yom Kippur,
4,
Rosh Hashanah,
5,
Shavuos,
6,
the Shtei Lechem,
7. So we have 7 plus 6. We're really holding 15 from him. All right, that's it. You can't think anymore. You can't think anymore. No, it's too late. I'm sorry. The judges said. So what's our final? 38 to 35. So plus 200 points for Igeres Rambam. The competition is still on. We go to our third and final, last question for the Chidon Hamitzvos International Championships. Whoever gets this one will determine the winning team. One of our contestants has a question for the judges. Please go for it.
If he could write down the 9 carbon musafin and then be able to name it, if I wrote down carbonates, why can't I name them?
That's a good point.
Because you didn't give a number.
You got your answer? Because you didn't say the number.
What?
You didn't say the amount. You just gave a generalization. If you would have said 7 carbonas, we would allow you to list them. That's the judges' rules. Okay. That's the name of the game. That's how it works. Somebody wins and somebody doesn't. All right. Please use a blank piece of paper. Turn over, use a blank piece. Blank, blank. This time we're not counting anything previously written on the paper. We're using a...
This question is going to be worth 300 points to avoid a tie.
300? So whoever gets it wins, basically. 300, 400, whoever gets this one wins. Okay. Blank paper only. We're not counting anything from before. A generalization counts as 1 unless you say a specific, like 6 karbanas, 4 mechusri kapara, then it will count and we'll let you list it quickly.
Only
Is that fair?
if they write a number, you get the points, but you have to say them out. You have to list them. It's not enough to just say a number.
Right.
Say a number.
You can write the number, but when it comes to saying it, you got to say it all. And if you don't, we'll only give you as many as you said. All right, now it's fair. It's set in advance. And for our last question, to our 10 representatives on stage representing Igeres Rambam and Sefer Hamitzvos. Name all mitzvahs loisasei that do not have a punishment min ha-Torah. That min ha-Torah, this mitzvah loisasei doesn't have a punishment. 60-second timer. Go.
No, do it.
Zashi, can I get my schedule there? 20 seconds. Seven seconds left. One, please drop your pens immediately. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you. All right, we can get the music, and we are ready to hear how many, Shammai, how many mitzvahs loisa say in your book that do not have a punishment min Torah. Usually it's a lav shem b'maisa, a lav hanitik lasei, whatever it may be, whatever the reason is. Mitzvahs loisa say that do not have a punishment that's on your paper. This is gonna do it for you. Okay, let's hear.
Okay. I have 10, plus I was in the middle of writing one.
We'll see the last one in a minute. Let's go for the 10.
Okay, Shaloi L'chal Shmoi.
Correct.
Not to think of any other Hashem. Shaloi Yal Moshav Shayishom L'kal.
Okay, 2.
Not to hate someone.
3.
Not to embarrass someone.
4.
I wrote 5 musas.
5 musafim. All right, we're holding 4. List the 5.
Not to love the musas.
1 second.
The
What did you
maces.
say, musaf?
No, musas. Musas.
Oh, maces. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. And not to love the maces.
We're holding 5 now.
Not to stop hating him.
6.
Not to bring him testimony
7.
for him.
1 second. What was that one you said? We were holding 6. What was the one about the testimony?
Not to bring testimony to help him.
7.
Okay. Don't save him.
8. Only if it's on your paper, please. You can't talk now.
Not
Show
to,
it to me.
No,
Show
it
it.
says,
Yeah, okay, so we're holding 8. Now, what else do you have?
not to show.
Show me when you say it, please point.
Okay, no, it's only,
That's the 5 of the maces. You got them. We're holding 8.
okay. Not to embarrass Yasam Almana.
Not to embarrass Yasim, that's 9.
Okay, and over here I wrote, it was not to listen to Navi Sheker.
Not to listen to Navi Sheker, he wrote not to. Now, every mitzvah like to say starts with not to, right? We can't do it. We're not going to count it, so you have how many? 9. 8 or 9?
I didn't come up with any.
Judges, 8 or 9?
I didn't come up with any.
9 for Igeres Rambam. Okay, book 1 of Sefer Hamitzvos. How many do you have? Together. All right, if you say a duplicate, we won't count it. They both wrote separately, the 4th and 8th grader, so let's be aware of doubles.
שלא יעלה במחשבה שיש שם מלכה זו עשי השם.
1,
שלא יחל שמי.
2,
לא יססורו.
3,
שלא לרגל.
4,
שלא לנקום.
5,
I have, so you can't be nice to people who serve Avodah Zarah.
6,
You can't let them into your house.
7,
Not following what your heart wants. Your heart. I think.
it's a double, okay.
And the other one he did. So.
What?
I think that, and not believing in any other Hashem. I think he did that.
He said that one already. Okay, so we have 9 to 7. 9 for Igeres Rambam, 7 for Sefer Hamitzvos. Now we are going to go to the 0. Okay, so we're going to go to the 5th grader on this team. How many do you have? 1. And what is it? Give him the mic, please. What's the one you have? Loud and clear.
You're not allowed to buy a field that was made into Cherem.
It's a love. It's no punishment for that love. Okay, so we bring the score now from 9 to 8. 9 to 8. 9 for Igeres Rambam and 8 for Sefer Hamitzvos.
10 to 7.
We move up.
10 to 7. 10 to 7.
How 10?
How did you get to 10?
They had 9.
Before you said 9.
They were 9. They were 7. They just said one more, so it's 9-8 now. This time I'm keeping track. 9-8. Okay. 6th grade.
5.
5. Go for it.
Not to do nicer.
1 second. The judges can't hear you. Loud and clearly, please, into the mic.
Nicer.
Nicer. That's correct. You don't do anything, so no punishment. Okay.
Not to hold back from giving someone tzedakah.
2.
Shemitah's ksafim, not to demand someone to pay you back after Shemitah, not to hold back from lending someone money before.
That's 3 and 4.
And Shalayla Aktim Chuket, ways not to give Meiser and Truma
That's
one before
5.
the other.
Are you done?
I'm
so
done.
your team is holding 14 now. 14 for your team. 6th grader.
How much did you get?
From your team. How many? And please point.
Okay, I got 5. Number 1, tzedakah, not to ignore a poor person if he asks you.
2.
Number 2, naisar, leaving over meat of a carbon.
One second. The one he said before was 1 mitzvah about tzedakah, so that was 1. Nicer is 2. Next.
A drunk person can't make halachic ruling. Shmitas ksafim, if a poor person comes and asks you for a loan before Shmitas ksafim and you ignore him.
4.
And changing the cities of Levium.
5. Okay. So this is really tight. We have 14 to 13. 14 for this team, 13 for that team. It's going to boil down to the 7th graders once again. Next year when we have book 5, we'll put the pressure on the 8th graders. Emir Hashem. Okay. 7th grader from this team. Do you have any?
I have 2.
Go. From your paper, please.
Shalayla Asgvol
What's 1?
and Shalay Ligzo.
Shalai?
Shalay Ligzo, all you have to do is return it.
It's a lot of nitty say because you have to return it, the Heshiv. So that's 16 for, that's your final number. 16 mitzvahs for Yigaris Rambam. We have 13 here. How many did you come up with? 4. We might have a winner. Hold on. We didn't judge him yet. 1 second.
Loy Sigzol,
That's 1.
not to move a boundary marker,
2.
not leave over the fats of the Korban Pesach,
3.
and
It's a tie.
to accept money to save a murder from trial or from death penalty.
That is 4. You are the winner, plus 200 points. Sefer Hamitzvos is the winner of the Grand International Chidon Mitzvahs Championship. Every single contestant on the team of Sefer Hamitzvos at the banquet later this afternoon, you will receive that plaque, picture of the Rebbe. And now let's put our hands together and welcome to the stage the one and only Rabbi Shimi Weinbaum.
Good job. Wow, thank you so much, Rabbi Lustig. That was incredible. I wanted to take this opportunity to give a tremendous thank you to all of those people who worked so hard to make today possible. First of all, I want to say this is a tremendous chus that we have with us, a masker of the Rebbe, Rabbi Yehuda Krinsky, chairman of Merkez Linyane Chinuch. I want to take this opportunity to thank one person who, because of him, Chayalei Tzivis Hashem, over the last 8 years since last Shnas Hakel, has grown beyond leaps and bounds and with such incredible programs. And really, it's all due to the funding that comes from one person. In addition to the other people that help us, there's one core person behind everything, and that is Rabbi Moshe Kotlarski. Rabbi Moshe, I hope you see the fruits of your labor and all the incredible things that you've seen today. And the Mirza Hashem will be able to do many more things together. I want to say a big thank you to the executive staff of Sivas Hashem, the executive director, Rabbi Binyaminson, the directors, Rabbi Baumgarten, Rabbi Gershon Eichhorn, Rabbi Zalman Glick, a special mention to Rabbi Ginsburg and the team, Rabbi Shalom Lane, are putting together the incredible Yadus curriculum. I want to thank Chabad.org. Thanks to them, at 6 o'clock tonight, there'll be a replay on Chabad.org/Chidon. Special thanks to Mayor Simcha Kogan, Moshe Berghoff, and Yehuda Glazer. No words can thank the judges, Rabbi Levi and Chidon Vad, Rabbi Levi and Yosef Zurkind, Rabbi Lustig, and Rabbi Shmuel Arya Hackner, Rabbi Yossi Rosenblum, and Rabbi Shalom Heidingsfeld. 21 years ago, Rabbi Lustig Sr., Rabbi Rosenblum, Rabbi Perlstein started the Chidon Sefer Hamitzvos, but Yafa Kayach Abbas, it was none other than Rabbi Lustig's daughter, Mushki, now Harlig, who was the one that reinstituted the Chidon 3 years ago with 45
Rabbi
Chayolim.
Rosenblum's daughter.
Sorry,
All
Rabbi
right,
Rosenblum's daughter, 3 years ago with 45 Chayolim. Last year was 239, and this year was 627 Chayolim. Mushki, no one will ever be able to thank you enough for your unbelievable dedication, together with the other staff in our office that we're so blessed to have. A tremendous shout out to Mushka Green. Your dedication is incredible. Chana Cohen for all design, Chava Witkus, Zelda Weinbaum, Chaya Lillian, and Mushka Zerkind. I can't thank enough the man behind all the videos for today, who's taken Sivas Hashem's rallies to a new level. A big shout out for Shammai Chain. All about programming, Naftali Rappaport. And the way we call him in the office, King Peretz Lazarov. Our team on the ground today, all of whom are so dedicated and committed. Chani, I'll never thank you enough. Mendy Baran for the incredible lighting and screens, sound. Give it up for Mendy. The cameraman Yisrael Silman, Zalmi Tavel, Amani K, and of course our one and only Yankee Tattlebaum. Thank you to Yitzchak and to Levi Hillel, and of course for the performance today, a massive thank you to Eli Marcus and Yehuda and Avi Piamenta. Those are our regular staff. But for the Chidon, there was 2 coordinators who put this entire event together. No words can thank you enough. A massive thank you to Sarah El-Harar and Chani Mintz, Chaya Mushka Abrams, Musi Kaplan, Rivka Albuquerque, Rivka Kamenetsky, and of course, to all of the tremendous volunteers from Beis Rivka. Running the Chidon for the last 7 days, literally 24 hours straight, Shmuley Wagner, Shaya Spillman, Rabbi Beryl Namda, Zalmi Chesney, the Chidon crew, Mendel Sarkin, Morty Zerkin, Zalman Simon, David Vogel, Levi Weinbaum, and Toby Brickman. I would love to continue reading the names of each and every chaperone, each and every Chidon coordinator, each and every principal, and each and every teacher, and of course each and every student, but I was told my time is up. So all I can say to all of you is a massive thank you. Chayalim, last week and this week's event was possible because there was someone who helped us find a sponsor for today's and last week's event. And I want to ask you all, just for a short, quick moment. And right after this, we'll start the award ceremony, led by one of the founders of the Chidon, Sefer Hamitzvos. Just after this, but just for 1 minute. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Please give your undivided attention to somebody who helped us find the sponsor for last week and today's event, Rabbi Shimon Aaron Rosenfeld.
Wow, you guys are absolutely amazing. Let's give all the contestants, everybody who took part in this Chidon Mitzvos, including the parents that spent hours and hours working with the children, a huge round of applause. Rabbi Lustig mentioned earlier that today is Beis Nissen, the yahrzeit of the Rebbe Nishmaseiden, and it's definitely the case that today the Rebbe is sitting together with all the Rabbeim, the Friedrich Rebbe, the Rebbe Rashab, the Rebbe Marash, the Tzemach Tzedek, the Mittler Rebbe, the Alter Rebbe, the Maggid, the Baal Shem Tov, till Moshe Rabbeinu, and he's so proud, beaming and participating in the Sefer Hamitzvos Chidon, which is an unbelievable zchus for all of you who are participating, and this will definitely bring close to the coming of Mashiach Tzidkenu. I remember 3 years ago when I mentioned to Shimi that it's time to restart the Chidon Mitzvahs. He told me he's ready to do it, but he needs to find a sponsor. And I told him that I will try to help him find somebody. And Baruch Hashem, I was able to do it. And we already have the Chidon Mitzvahs going on again for 3 years, which is a chazaka. And the person who sponsored it asked me to specifically ask all of you here today to give him a bracha for him and his family, that he should have atzlacha muflaga begashmias uveruchnias. Everybody say amen. Finally, I am a kohen, so I want to give all of you just birchas kohenim. Vayidaber Adonai al Moshe Leimer, daber laden al banav Leimer, kesav orchos bnei Yisrael ameilahem, yivarechacha Adonai v'yishmerecha, yoir Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yaseim lecha shalem. And we should all together very speedily greet the Rebbe, Bebias Mashiach Tzidkenu B'karev Mamash.
Testing. It is now my great honor to introduce one of the pioneers of the original Chidon Hamitzvos, and whose daughter is the pioneer of Chidon Hamitzvos 2.0, principal in Yeshiva Schools of Pittsburgh, Rabbi Yossi Rosenblum. He will first call out all the winners who got over a 70 average and got a plaque, followed by those that got over an 85, a plaque and a medal. Then we will go to the final silver, bronze, silver, and gold. Rabbi Rosenblum.
I have the very difficult job of announcing the winners. We're going to be announcing those who will receive a plaque, another category, those who will receive a medal, and finally the bronze, the silver, and the gold. Let me tell you, the difference between these levels is literally one question. The gold medalist in a particular grade may have scored 49 out of 50, silver 48 out of 50, and the bronze 47 out of 50. And the difference between these three may be dependent on how late they came to the Chidon the night before. Some arrived 12 o'clock at night. The Chidon schedule called for them coming back 5 a.m. in the morning, all the way to 12 the next night. They may have been a little more tired. They may not have eaten breakfast, and that may have determined why one's a bronze or a gold or got the plaque or got the medal. So it's very difficult, as we've said numerous times today. They are all winners. One final point. Around 12 years ago, at a Chidon, who was applauding, sitting right up front and applauding. I thought he was probably a brother of one of the winners. He came over to me right after I announced the winner, and he said to me, that boy who won is a classmate of mine. We tied initially on the 3 tests. There was a tiebreaker. He won. But I am here today to applaud his success. And that is one of the most special moments in the history of Chidon HaMitzvah, the Avos Yisrael, shown by the Talmidim each to each other. So as we announce these Talmidim, let us put our hands together and applaud the tremendous accomplishments. Let's welcome to the stage the Chayolim who excelled on their final and have earned the Chidon plaque. And we ask each Talmud, as I call your name, stand on the platform and wave to everybody who's here. Levi Eisenbach, Yitzchak Chaim Atkins, Menachem Mendel Bellis, Yisroel Binyaminson, Menachem Mendel Binyaminson, Dov Bear Bernstein, Yecheskel Binstock, Yossi Bistritsky, Menachem Mendel Biton, Avram Yaakov Bornstein, Shalom Bornstein, Rafi Bruce Wankin, Menachem Cohen, Noach Dolhan, Avraham Feldman, Mendel Garari, Yirmiyahu Garari, Menny Greenberg, Moshe Zev Groner, Menny Gorevich, Shmuel Hendel, Elichaim Hendel, Shalom Hertz, Label Hexter, Zalmi Hirsch, Schneier Zalman Jacobson, Gershon Jacobson, Mendel Kogan, Levi Yitzchak Korer, Menachem Mendel Karol, Elia Light, Foley Markel, Mendel Matlis, Nachum Matlis, Peretz Mutchkin, Avraham Mutchkin, Menachem Mendel Munitz, Menachem Mendel Pellis, Koppel Prus, Schneier Zalman Rifkin, Aaron Moshe Rosenzweig, Mendel Roth, and Yossi Rubenstein. Mendel Sandhaus, Avram Sender Shapiro, Tzvi Shapiro, Nachum Serebransky, Baruch Schusterman, Levi Silverman, Menachem Mendel Simpson, Mendel Smith, Mendel Steinberg, Yossi Teitelbaum, Schneier Zalman Tachtel, Tzvi Mordechai Tachtel, Meir Tversky, Yossel Weisfish, Levi Yitzchak Vorovich, Zalmi Wagner, Moti Wenger, Yehuda Leib Wilhelm, Shalom Deiber Wilhelm, David Volovic, Nachum Hillel Zions, Yosef Zavdi, Meir Zirkin, and Shalom Zwiebel. And now for the Chidon medalists and plaques who received outstanding marks on their final tests. Nachum Baron, Shloima Bergstein, Yoel Biderman, Menachem Mendel Blasovsky, Yaakov Binyamin Breshevitsky, Shmuel Citron, Hanan Fisher, Mendel Fisher, Yankel Friedman, Menachem Mendel Gans, Mendy Green, Zev Hamburger, Yossi Heidingsfeld, Berka Hendel, Menachem Mendel Hersen, Levi Herzl, Levi Yitzchak Kaman, Mendel Kaman, Levi Kirsch, Nachum Lapkovsky, Menachem Lapkovsky, Shalom Lerman, Tzvi Levitin, Mendel Lieberman, Menachem Mendel Ison, Schneier Zalman Man, Avram Menachem Nelken, Chaim Yehuda Pevsner, Menachem Mendel Plotkin, Yisrael Plotkin, Zali Reichik, Shalom Rappaport, Avram David Rosenblum, Nachum Rosenblum, Menachem Mendel Rubenstein, Baruch Shmatkin, Shalom Shur, Levi Slavatiki, Menachem Mendel Slavin, Yeshua Slavin, Schneier Zalman Steinberg, Mendel Steiner, Chaim Eliyahu Sternberg, Mendel Stock, Eliyahu Teitelbaum, Menachem Mendel Teitelbaum, Yosef Weisfish, Yosef Yitzchak Wolfman, Levi Wilhelm, Bentzi Velovic, Yaakov Yarmush, Schneier Zalman Zirkin, and Yechiel Zirkin.
And for the moment that everybody has been waiting for, we will now, Rabbi Rosenblum, stay with us. We will now move on to announce from every single school, from every single grade. We have 2 finalists that were here. They were in a tough competition, and only 1 per grade, unless it's a tie. We're gonna have 1 bronze winner, 1 silver, and 1 gold per grade. Look at our stage. It was redivided, relabeled. On the right side will be the bronze winners. Kyle, if you're out there in the crowd and you're a bronze winner and you're in 4th grade, you'll come up over here to receive your bronze medal. Then you'll please proceed onto the stage and stand where it says bronze 4th grade. We're gonna do all the grades of bronze first, and we're gonna fill up the right side of the stage, bronze 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Then we will do our silver medalists, and we will fill up the left side of the stage, silver 4th grade, 5th grade, all the way to 8th. And then will come the final announcement for the gold medalist. To put the plaque on the Talmud that won, it is my honor to call on Rabbi Shalom Ber Baumgarten, Director of Tzivos Hashem, and to re-invite Rabbi Rosenblum to introduce the bronze, silver, and gold medalists of the Chidon Hamitzvos Shnas Hakel Tov Shin Ayin Vav. Rabbi Baumgarten.
The moment that we are waiting for. Kita Dalid bronze medalists. There actually are 5 of them, which means that there was very, very close, as I mentioned before. From the Bavitch Educational Center in Florida, Schneier Zalman Steinberg. From Yeshiva Toimche Timimim Lubavitch in Montreal, Menachem Mendel Plotkin. From Cheder Lubavitch in Morristown, Menachem Mendel Blasovsky. From Cheder Chabad Toronto, Yisrael Plotkin. And from the Babbage Boys School from London, England, Shmuel Citron. Moving on to Kita Hay bronze winners. From Yeshiva Schools of Pittsburgh, Avram David Rosenblum. From Cheder Menachem, Los Angeles, Mendel Fisher. From Cheder Menachem in Muncie, Eliyahu Teitelbaum. Moving to Kita Vav, 6th grade bronze medalist, Tovshin Ayin Vav. From Cheder Chabad in Toronto, Levi Kaman. And from Yeshiva Taimche Tamim in Montreal, Avram Menachem Nelkin. From Kita Zion bronze medalist, from Cheder Chabad in Toronto, Mendel Kaman. 2 8th grade bronze winners from Cheder Chabad in Muncie, Menachem Mendel Teitelbaum. And hailing from Columbia, Maryland, but representing Cheder Lubavitch Chicago, Nachum Barron. These are the Talmidim who had a good night's sleep and ate breakfast the morning of the test. Should we go on to the silver medalists? Kita Dalit, silver medalist from Cheder Chabad in Toronto, Mendy Steiner. Silver medalist for Kita Hay from Yeshiva Schools of Pittsburgh, Shalom David Ber Shur. 6th grade finalist, silver medalist from my Shliach, Yosef Yitzchak Wolfman. Kita Zion, 7th grade silver medalist from Cheder Menachem in Wilkes-Barre, Tzvi Levitin. And there are 2 silver medalists from Kita Ches, 8th grade, from Cheder Chabad, Toronto, Yeshua Slavin. And from Lubavitch Educational Center in Florida, Mendy Rubenstein.
All right, we're about to move on to the gold medalists. Outside, as soon as this is over, the Chidon Mitzvos is over. Outside in the lobby, there are a few walls where you can take pictures with the Chidon Mitzvos logos behind you. There is a request from the Chidon headquarters that nobody should come up on stage. We will keep the stage for the winners of the bronze, silver, and gold only. We're going to take a picture, then when they come down, you can take a picture with them, the proud parents, grandparents, teachers, principals in the lobby. And thank you for joining us. Back to Rabbi Rosenblum.
Let's put our hands together and a round of applause for the gold medalists. Chidon Hamitzvos Tavshin Ayin Vav. Kita Dalid, hailing from Cheder Menachem in Los Angeles, Yossi Heidingsfeld. Kita Hay finalist from Cheder Chabad in Toronto, Mendel Slavin. The 2 Kita Vav gold medalists. One is from Ole Torah, Shalom Dov Ber Hendel. And the other is from my Shliach, Chaim Yehuda Pevsner. The 2 Kita Zion 7th grade gold medalists, both from my Shliach, Nachum Lapkovsky and Yechiel Zirkin. And finally, the gold medalists for the oldest Kita, Kita Ches, 8th grade, from Cheder Chabad, Los Angeles, Zali Reichik.
Let's give a round of applause for all the medalists on stage. Medalists, please rise in your places. Please rise and pose for the picture. And we welcome back Chani Maleki and Eli Marcus. Mazel tov, mazel tov. We'll see you next year when we're able to be Mekayim, all 613 mitzvahs, with the coming of Mashiach in the Beis HaMikdash speedily. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Avi Piamenta. much to Avi and Yehuda. Choni Meleki. Shalom Wilhelm, Table 1 Catering, Turk Catering.